Yeah, tough to kind of finish it off. It's been a long journey, tough one, physical one, just SEC team after SEC team, and finish here tonight. Really thankful to come out here and win, and just really good for the team. Really thankful to have these seniors who just played their hearts out, giving so much to this program. I think it's an awesome time to kind of wrap it up.
I know it's probably too early for you, but it's our job to ask the question. Is that your last home game at Sanford?
I hadn't even thought about it.
How about the rhythm in the first half? You missed a few throws there. What was going on with ball?
Yeah, tough. Try a new thing. Try to wear a glove, throwing on my throwing hand. It just wasn't quite clicking for me there. Couldn't quite get as accurate as I wanted to. It was floating during pregame, and then it kind of it lightened up a little bit. And just wasn't quite ready, so to speak. But try to get back on pace.
Jake, do you think some of the offensive inconsistency are putting too much pressure on this defense to go out and do it?
Our defense plays great, and I'm really thankful they play great for us. But this football team, obviously we want to play better. We want to help them out and score more points for them out.
Do you think the weather play a factor in you guys coming out there? The last couple home games have been really wet.
Yeah, it's been really tough on us on offense, playing home too. But that's part of it. It's football. For us, we don't have to win it pretty or put up this stat, or this many points. For us, it's about, hey, how can we go out, play tough, play physical, go out, win a football game. And our guys do a great job responding to adversity and do whatever they need to do.
Did you and DeAndre have a little bit of a disagreement on one of those plays?
It was tough. I think that's just two competitors want to compete and do the right thing for the offense. It was really tough. The clock was ticking. They showed a blitz there at the last second, and I didn't have enough time to change it. And that's part of the 4-minute scenario of trying to milk out the clock, and two guys want to be really competitive and want to win a football game.
Jake, I think it's safe to say that the defense really carries this team at times. Can you tell me just what they mean to this team, what they've been able to do this season?
They've been working from camp, from summer on. These guys, they're relentless. They keep coming in week in, week out. They play stuff. They give us a great look at practice, and they do a great job. For us, at the end of the week, it's always about 2 minutes. How can we compete with those guys who are 2 minutes to finish up the week? And these guys, they come after. They're relentless, and they're constantly getting better. And I'm really thankful for them.
How do you generate more explosive plays? At times you guys struggle with that, and you guys have been all season.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
How do you generate more explosive plays?
Good question. If you know the answer, please let me know. That's just part of it. We want to hit some more shots and generate more big plays and be more explosive. It's part of who we want to be, and we just have to do a better job.
You had to settle for
career game for DeAndre Swift. I know you guys just talked about that little disagreement. It doesn't happen very often, but Swift, the meaning that he has to this team, and we might not see him play at Georgia much longer, so just with these 19 years.
Yeah, great football player, great teammate. He's a guy who comes in, competes. There's never been a question of when he hasn't given his best, and that's what makes him such a great teammate, a great player. Obviously, he's explosive, can make a ton of plays. Just really thankful to play with him and the teammate he is.
Any concerns with the past couple fourth quarters?
Been tough. I know we've been up and we've been trying to run a lot of clock out on us. Really proud of our offense, the way we responded. During that 4-minute scenario of getting those, we needed, I think, 1 or 2 first downs. We ended up getting 3, but I think that's just awesome. When we decide we want to do something on offense, I think we're capable of doing it. We just have to have a little bit more of a purpose and just say a little bit more we want to at times and go out and compete.
You had to settle for 4 field goals. How crucial is that going to be in a couple of weeks?
It's crucial. We do not want to settle for field goals. I love Rod to death and what he means to this team, but for us to get there on the plus side of the field, we need 7 points and not 3 to sustain this football team and help our defense out.
Is it frustrating? I know you don't. Stats. The most important one is winning the game, and y'all have these last 3. But obviously, your numbers are below 50%. I think now in 3 straight games. Is that troublesome to you, or are you worried about that?
For me, I want to complete the ball 100%. Every single football game. But that's not realistic. For me, I want to go out and I want to compete. I want to win a football game. Whatever that entails, I'm here for it. And, just trying to compete and win a football game.
What did you say to the guys before that last drive to end the game?
Something along the lines of, hey, let's go win. It's on our backs, and hey, we need 2 first downs. Let's go win this thing. Let's not get our defense back out here.
After a while, is there just nothing to say though? I mean, like y'all been in this situation constantly. It feels like this season 4 times maybe.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a scenario we've been quite accustomed to, and for us, I think it just comes down to, hey, I want to, being purposeful and going out and moving people and getting first down.
Were you surprised that they held y'all down in the rushing game the way they did? I mean, y'all didn't quite get 100 yards.
Yeah, I mean, they had a good plan. They did a really good job of, always trying to find that extra hat in the box. That's what they did. They kind of stuck with it, and they give up a couple shots, because of it, but, they did a really good job of their plan.
Can you grind like this and win the conference championship against a team like LSU?
Yeah, I think, as us, as a football team, our defense is playing great, and I think we're so close on offense. I think we're inches away. We're right there. I was telling Solomon there in the locker room, I was like, guys, we're so close. I think it's just only a matter of time. We just need the right opportunity.
You started speaking of 1 for 7 and picked it up. Obviously, what was the problems early on in your life?
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough there early. It was wet. I'm trying to throw the glove. I've never done that before. Just try and find something different. And just trying to be successful and trying to compete. And that's just part of it.
You mentioned the glove in the second half.
Yeah, it dried up a little bit, and I took the glove off and started playing football.
Jake, speaking of LSU, are you already looking towards LSU, or are you still focused on Georgia Tech?
Obviously, we have a really tough game next week. We want to, really kind of take this one in. I think this is a special night for these seniors and the guys who have put in so much work for this program. I think it's a special night. Let's take this one. Let's remember it for a little bit, hold on to it, and go to work on Georgia Tech tomorrow.
Jake, you had a few shots there, I guess, in the first quarter to kind of get it off to a better start. What was kind of the emotion with watching that pass to George kind of falling complete and maybe some other of those opportunities?
Yeah, tough. I mean, if I want to be as good as I want to be, I got to hit those shots. And it was kind of early in the game. Still a little wet, throwing the glove on, and new for me. And we got to hit them and be able to capitalize on this.
How did the decision to wear the glove come about? Who brought it up to you, and why did you decide to go for this game?
It's something we kind of worked on after the Kentucky game, was just trying to find another answer. And I honestly, I really think it's a good idea when it's raining, and it's really wet, But it was kind of that in between. It's like it would drizzle and then it would dry up, and there was some inconsistencies, with the ball there, and for me, I just said, hey, I'm gonna take it off and let's go rip it.
Even in high school, did you ever throw with the glove?
No, I didn't play many rain games in high school. It's been an unfortunate season, playing quarterback here. It's just part of it. And for me, hey, how can I go out and win a football game?
Jake, I think you said you thought the offense was pretty close, maybe a few weeks ago. Is it something you guys can just turn the switch on, you think, and get clicking?
I wish we could. I wish we, hopefully we can next week. And we'll go back to the drawing board. Go back to practice, and hopefully get a lot better.
Jake, does it seem like y'all have played real similar games all year when you think about Notre Dame, Florida, Auburn, and this one? I
don't think this team shies away from adversity or big-time football games. I think that's what we've kind of had the knack of going and competing. Whatever it takes. For us, it's going to take what it takes, and for us, it took. It took what it took, and we went out, we played football, and it was really thankful to come away to win against a really good football team.
What's your first memory of your one game in Atlanta against Georgia Tech?
What's my one memory?
What do you remember about that game?
I remember throwing a post route to Javon. I remember doing that my freshman year. I remember we had a run play kind of break down, and I ended up taking it on a run, and it ended up working out for like a 15-yard gain. And anytime I run the ball for 15 yards, it's pretty memorable.
Jake, sorry to ask you this one, but did you think about this maybe being your last game in Sanford, or is that a decision at the end of the year?
Yeah, that's a decision at the end of the year. I hadn't even thought about it.
With DeAndre Swift, when it seems like everyone knows he's sort of getting the ball there at the end, he's still able to make the plays that he is. How much does having a guy like that help you on offense?
Yeah, he's a horse. He's a guy who he knows that they're always trying to put that extra hat in the box. And he can go out and he says, hey, I'll take one guy, I'll make him miss. That's what makes him special. Taking on that responsibility and that role and going out and making plays.
I wanted to ask you about Thanksgiving. You got Thanksgiving coming up before the next time you play. What's that like at Fromm?
Oh man, I hadn't been to the Fromm household Thanksgiving in 2 years. Missing
What's
a
it
lot.
like here?
What's it like here? It's fun. You get a lot of guys who kind of live far from home. I don't live terribly far, but sometimes it's just a little bit easier. Staying up here, you get together with your friends, eat some good food, and spend some time in the woods.
With the defense y'all have, how much of the approach changes knowing that not turning the ball over then becomes a premium, because you may not be able to light up the scoreboard, but if you don't turn the ball over and you score just enough points.
Right. I mean, you want to take care of the football. It didn't matter, what kind of defense, we have. You want to take care of the football and offense, and I think our guys do a really good job taking care of the football. That's what we want to pride ourselves in, and hopefully score a little more points too.
Has that become the character, the formula of this offense, is rather than to light it up, score 40 a game
maybe,
like last 2 years?
but we want to score more points too.
How aware are y'all? Sorry, Jeff. How aware are y'all of the onside kick attempt? I mean, does Kirby say, "Hey, get ready," or does he just do it?
You kind of hear it, from the guys who were kind of right there. And they heard the call, and we were, we kind of heard it happen, and we were kind of waiting, excited. We thought it was going to happen the one kickoff before. Before then, yeah. So we're like, what the heck happened? But it ended up happening. We're so close, and really wish we had another opportunity.
Jake, you were always so close offensively. Is there one thing that you guys can clean up? It seems like predominantly it's behind the short fields, or it's behind the chains, or penalties. What's the predominant narrative offensively, like where all the hiccups keep happening?
I think for us right now is winning on early downs. I don't think we did quite as good as we wanted to on third down tonight. That's part of it. But I really think we're a good third down team. I think we need to do a better job of just winning on first and second down. Whether that's communication or kind of getting the ball in space or taking shots. I don't know what it is, but I think we need to do a better job of winning on first and second down.
What's your feeling on senior day for all those guys? You've bled with those guys. What's your feeling for all those guys?
It's special. Obviously to come in at home, play a really good football team, Texas A&M, and kind of finish it up for them, finish it up on a good note. It wasn't the prettiest weather, we wanted today, but I think it ended up really well. I think those guys, they mean the world to this team. They put in so much work, over their 4 years or 5 years for some of them, and I'm really thankful to have them call the team.
Got about 2 minutes before. Describe the confidence you had of just handing the ball off to Swift on that line.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. That 4-minute scenario. That's what it's about. Getting the ball to your playmaker and putting it behind the offensive line.
I'll be the last one I just ask a question. What when you're in the huddle talking to the guys at the end of the game, this is the moment. 2 first downs. Have you all done this so often though that you are used to saying just spill out?
Yeah, it's just pretty consistent.
But it's different in the fourth quarter than in the second quarter. It's let's close this out, or what is it? What do you think?
It is. It's a little bit more giddy up to it. But these guys, they're motivated themselves. They want to go out and they want to be great. It doesn't take much, and these guys did a great job responding.
Do you say different things to different guys on the line, or is it just, hey, all 12 of us, or all 11 of us are out here?
I wish it was 12. I wish it was 12 and 11. But some guys are different. Some guys take different things, but these guys, they're ready, and they're willing to listen, willing to take coaching, whether it's from a teammate or for a coach. And I think that's what makes us special. I think that's what when these games are as close as they are, I think that's why we keep kind of coming on top.
When you do come out on top, Jake, obviously they're talking about the offense. Last question. Obviously they're talking about the offense, but at the end of the day you won, right? So is that kind of what you hang your hat on at the end of the day?
You win and move on. It's a really tough football league. That's what this season's about. You obviously wish it could be pretty, but I'm not complaining. I'm really thankful to come out here with a win against a really good football team and be able to move on.
What do you say to the fans that think the offense is stuttering and the defense having to pick them up, but at the end of the day you guys still won?
Yeah, that's part of it. It's part of playing football. It's a really tough football league, and I think you can't take for granted winning football.
Thanks, Jake.